They counted me out. They thought the silence meant surrender. But what they never understood is that I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done. And I'm not done until I win. There were nights where my body was broken, my spirit cracked, and my mind whispered, "This is it, man. You've reached the end." But I looked that voice in the eye and said, "Not yet." Because I learned that pain doesn't mean it's over. Pain means I'm getting closer. Every scar, every failure, every sleepless night is just another step toward the finish line the weak never see. When people say, "You've done enough," I hear, "You're about to find out who you really are." When life tells me, "You lost," I whisper back, "You spoke too soon." Because I know one truth. As long as I'm still breathing, the story isn't finished. And I refuse to let anyone else write my ending. Most people lose long before they're defeated. They lose the moment they start negotiating with the pain. They lose when they start saying, "Maybe this isn't for me." But not me. You can break my bones. You can strip me of everything. But you'll never take my will. You'll never take the voice inside that says, "Keep going. Keep moving. Keep fighting." Because the battle isn't against the world. It's against the reflection that wants comfort more than growth. Every morning I wake up to war, not against enemies outside, but against a whisper that says, "Take it easy." Against the temptation to rest, to coast, to play it safe. But I didn't come this far to be comfortable. I came this far to conquer the version of me that still doubts, that still fears, that still bleeds when things get hard. That's the war, the quiet one no one sees. The war between who I was and who I must become. And every day I fight it. Every day I bleed for it. Because I made a promise to myself. I won't stop until I win. There's a moment in every battle where you feel like you can't take another step. Your lungs burn. Your legs scream. Your mind begs for mercy. That's the breaking point. The border between the man you are and the monster you could become. Most people quit there. They retreat back into safety. They justify their weakness. They tell themselves they tried. But try is the language of the almost, and almost doesn't build legacies. I've stood at that line more times than I can count. I've looked down the abyss of failure and felt it stare back at me. But instead of stepping back, I leaned forward. Because the only way to destroy fear is to run straight through it. You don't reason with weakness. You kill it. Every second you survive past the breaking point, you're rewriting the limits of your existence. Every minute you refuse to quit, you're separating yourself from the masses. You're proving that pain doesn't define you. It forges you. Somewhere along this path, I stopped chasing victory and started chasing war itself. Because I realized winning isn't a moment, it's a mindset. It's waking up every day ready to bleed again. It's refusing to let defeat be permanent. I've lost everything before, but I've never been defeated. Because defeat only happens when you decide the fight is over. And for me, it's never over. There were times I crawled through the dirt with nothing but rage and faith keeping me alive. Times I was buried under doubt so heavy I could barely breathe. But every single time, I found a way to rise. Because I knew that the moment I stopped trying would be the moment I betrayed every version of me that fought to get here. So I rise, again and again and again. Not because I'm unbreakable, but because I've been broken so many times There's nothing left to fear. When I say, it's not over until I win, it's not ego. It's a vow. It's a declaration to the universe that I'm not here for participation trophies. I'm here to conquer myself, to crush my excuses, to turn every maybe into done. Winning isn't about applause. It's not about recognition. It's about peace. The peace that comes from knowing you emptied everything you had and then dug even deeper. It's about standing on the battlefield, drenched in sweat and scars, whispering, "You couldn't kill me." So when life hits me again, and it will, I'll smile. Because I know something the weak never will. I don't stop when it's hard. I don't stop when I'm broken. I don't stop when they doubt me. I stop when I win. And if I die before I get there, then so be it. I'll die climbing. I'll die fighting. I'll die knowing that even if the world never sees me win, I never stop trying. Because the truth is simple, and it echoes in every heartbeat. It's not over until I win.